Monday Night Raw, March 6, 2023, from Boston. Kevin Patrick, by the way, Kevin Patrick, get off TV. You was horrible on this show. The show was actually not bad, believe it or not. But I got a lot of problems with some of the booking for Monday Night Raw. I got a lot of problems, man. There was a lot of problems on this show. So I'm not going to be yelling too much, but yeah, there you go. We go backstage. Paul Heyman steps out. Roman Reigns was very explicit on SmackDown to solve the Sami Zayn problem, but Sami Zayn escaped. He's here in Boston. Jimmy Uso will solve the Sami Zayn problem just like Solo will solve the Kevin Owens problem. Heyman tells his phone to call Roman. John Cena returns to Raw. John Cena is back, everybody. Seth Rollins and Logan Paul face to face. I know. Becky Lynch and Lita and Trish Stratus will be in the same ring at the same time on Raw. Kevin Owens versus Solo Sikoa. This match was awesome. I'm going to go through this word for word what happened. Alright, here we go. Kevin Owens attacks him. The bell didn't ring. Solo punches away at Owens and sends him hard to the ring post again. Owens rolls into the ring. Referee starts the bell. Referee rings the bell and starts the match. I don't know who the referee was, but whoever that referee was, hey, at least you did a good job. So, there you go. Kevin Owens spears Solo. Solo sends him to the ropes, hits back elbow. Solo stomps away at him. Owens fights back, hits the ropes. Solo hits a spinning wheel kick, which I've never seen Solo Sikoa do, which was fucking awesome. That's scary. That dude is nearly 300 pounds, and he's doing that. That's scary. That is scary. Solo, Owens punches him, but Solo hits him with a stiff right hand for a 1 count. Owens punches him, but it only upsets Sikoa, who kicks him down. Solo then takes over. Solo stomps on his midsection. He breaks his eyes. Owens kicks him back, punches him. Owens hits the ropes, but Solo turns him out with a kitchen sink knee to the midsection. Owens actually took a low blow, but it was an accidental low blow. It wasn't an intentional low blow. No, it wasn't. Good. Solo reverses a Irish whip, but he lowers his head and eats a kick. Owens hits 2 clotheslines, which does not take Solo down. Owens stomps the bare foot and kicks him before it takes him down with a clothesline. And hits a senton splash. Excuse me. Owens gets fired up for a cannonball, but Solo gets out of the ring. Jimmy Uso quickly runs down to distract Kevin Owens. Solo slams Owens off the ropes. Solo smashes him in the corner with a running hip attack. Owens rolls out of the ring, and Solo hits a running hip attack into the LED barricade. And we go to a picture-in-picture commercial break. Solo grabs Kevin Owens and puts him in the ring. Solo chokes Kevin Owens. Jimmy Uso punches Owens in the face behind the referee's back. Of course he does. Solo uses the ropes to hit a big nasty stomp to Owens' midsection, which was cool. Solo levels him with a right hand. Solo chokes him on the ropes before the referee yells at him again. Owens then takes him out with a super kick. Owens gets up and goes for a senton. Solo gets the knees up. We come back from the break. Solo Sikoa sets up for a superplex. Owens fights him off. Elbows him in the head. Owens gets down and charges, but Solo with a Samoan drop for a 2 count. Owens gets up in the corner. Solo tries for an avalanche, but he hits the ring post. Owens then takes him down. DDT. Owens punches back. Solo uppercuts him again. Solo Sikoa charges, but he hits the ring post shoulder first when Owens moves. Owens goes for a stunner. Solo pushes him off. Owens pushes Jimmy Uso off the apron, not Jay. Jay is in the main event segment of the show. Owens super kicks Solo and knocks him into the corner. Owens connects with the Swanton Bomb. Jimmy Uso breaks it up, and this match is thrown out. Okay, I have a couple of problems here. Why did Jimmy Uso come out to help out Solo Sikoa? Solo Sikoa had this match won. Let me repeat that again. Solo Sikoa had this match won, and this match is thrown out. KO wins by DQ. Why? Solo Sikoa has lost his first match on Monday Night Raw. Why? Solo had this match won. Instead, Jimmy Uso just came out and beat his ass. This was a good match until the finish. I gave quality 6. Logic, I'll give it I'll give it a 5. I'll give it a 5. Alright, Solo and Jimmy attack him. Sami Zayn runs down for the save. Zayn grabs a chair, swings at Sikoa, but he runs away. Jimmy also avoids the chair side, runs to the crowd. The crowd loudly chants Sami. Owens in the ring, but down in the corner. Zayn looks at his longtime friend and rival, offers him a hand. Owens walks off. The crowd boos like crazy, and Zayn puts his head down. This was cool. This is a very cool. This is awesome. I do feel like they are booking Sami Zayn to fight the Bloodline at WrestleMania, which I do not even, man. Considering what happens at the end of this show, there's no reason why Sami should be fighting the Usos. Sami Zayn is one half of the Raw Tag Team Champions with Jey Uso. Another Bobby Lashley segment. Oh, sorry, we got replays of Uncle Howdy attacking Bobby Lashley on SmackDown, which was horrible, by the way. Bobby Lashley came to SmackDown to face Bray Wyatt like a man. Instead, he sent Uncle Howdy to do his dirty work. Lashley dares Wyatt to face him like a man. And there you go. Byron Saxton, who, by the way, Byron Saxton had approximately... Let me check the segment really fast. Hold on, everybody. Byron Saxton was on the show twice, which is great because the less we see Byron Saxton, the better. He's with Carmella. Anyway, he's with Carmella. By the way, still employed Carmella. And by the way, Carmella got a match against Bianca Belair next. Carmella says Adam Pearce only gave her that match to get her out of his hair. To get her out of his non-existent hair. So, Adam Pearce just made this match just to get Carmella out of the way. I don't think that's true. I believe Adam Pearce made this match is because, well, apparently, you know, he didn't want Adam Pearce didn't want Bianca to face Asuka, so he faced Carmella. So he put her against Carmella. Not he faced Carmella. So, yeah. Anyway, Carmella says Chelsea Green is in her corner. Chelsea Green is slowly becoming Get Off My TV. I'm not even making this up. She is, like, I'm not saying she's annoying because that's her character, but the way she's being booked right now, I'm not messing with it. I'm not liking it at all. It's just, this is rough. Bianca versus Carmella. This match went 8 minutes. This is the most predictable outcome on this entire show. Bianca Belair beats Carmella. I'm not even going to talk about the rest of the match because, number one, this match is unimportant. Number two, Bianca Belair needed a win, was going to beat Carmella anyway because she's not losing before WrestleMania against Asuka, which Asuka is going to beat Bianca Belair. I'm putting my money on Asuka to win the Raw Women's Championship at WrestleMania. Letting y'all know right now. She needs to win that belt. Asuka needs to win that belt and go on a long reign with that Raw Women's Championship. She needs to fight everybody on the Raw roster by herself. That's all. Bianca hits the KOD. This match went 8 or 9 minutes. I gave this match a 6. I gave this match a 6 in logic. Probably I'll give it a 4. Chelsea Green did distract the referee. The referee looks stupid in this. Chelsea Green attacks Belair from behind. Carmella and the Chelsea Green attack. Asuka makes her way down to the ring. She's not dressed to compete. Carmella and Green run away. Asuka and Belair stare at each other before looking at WrestleMania. So they are building up. There is... Yeah, Asuka and Bianca. I don't know if Bianca's going to fight Asuka. I mean, they're both baby faces. I mean, I would prefer Bianca to turn heel. Because I don't know. Now, I know why Bianca is not heel. But, I would like to see her heel NXT tendencies come back again. That would be cool. If you guys remember in NXT, Bianca was originally a heel, right? And, she was actually a very good heel, believe it or not. Well, maybe not a very good heel, but a heel that could get heat on herself, which was cool. So maybe we can see that. Who knows? Sami Zayn walks backstage. He finds Kevin Owens. Zayn says he doesn't know what else to do. Does Owens see what he's saying? The bloodline is too much for one person. They don't need to be best friends. They have the same objective. They can do it together. Zayn begs to him to listen to him. Owens remembers they're too much for one man to fight. Owens has fought them for 8 months, which I don't know why. Maybe they could do this together, but Owens doesn't want to do this with him. Maybe he was wrong. Maybe Zayn can just go back to Roman Reigns if he strokes his ego enough. KO tells Sami Zayn to leave him out of it. Seth Rollins and Logan Paul face-to-face segment. We get a recap of Rollins attacking The Miz last week on Miz TV, which was horrible. Miz introduces Logan Paul. Logan Paul is booed. Logan Paul got booed. Logan Paul got booed out of the building in this entire segment. Yes, Logan Paul. Oh my goodness. Logan Paul, I don't think anybody likes Logan Paul in WWE. Honestly, like, seriously. I've always said Logan Paul I've always said Logan Paul should have not been at WrestleMania, but this is where it's going. But at the same time, Logan Paul, oh God, Rollins and Logan Paul, that sounds good on paper, but, that don't mean it should be happening, this may be worse than Logan Paul's prime drink, who knows? Ah, boy. Rollins is here. Rollins says it sounds like Boston knows who Logan Paul is. They haven't been formally introduced. He is Rollins. Seth Rollins. Logan says he knows who Paul is, the guy he dumped at the Royal Rumble. Paul doesn't know what Rollins' problem is with him, maybe because he embarrassed him twice or did more in 1 year than he's done in 20. What? First of all, what? Logan Paul says he has done more in 1 year than Seth Rollins has done in 15. What? Logan, all you did was face Roman Reigns. That's it, bruh. You ain't done nothing else. Seth Rollins has faced Roman Reigns on numerous occasions, and he has won every championship in this company. US title, you got it. Intercontinental title, you got it. WWE Championship, you got it. Universal Championship, you got it. He has won every title in this company. Tag Team Champions, you got it. The Miz interrupts. Paul makes some good points. Rollins says Logan does make some great points, but what he's missing is that none of that is the reason they don't like him. Rollins says the people don't like Logan Paul because he is the scum of the earth. He's a coward, a troll, a fraud, a human dumpster fire. Rollins says Boston didn't come here to see the mince word. Boston is here to see Logan Paul get his ass whooped. Miz puts a stop to this. Paul tells Miz to not put words in his mouth. If he wants to fight Rollins, he's going to do it. Paul doesn't fight for free. Paul is a premium act. And he's definitely not going to fight for free in Boston. Miz says he's the host of WrestleMania. Oh! I gotta talk about this. Before I talk about the rest of this segment, where Rollins beats his ass. Rollins beats his ass, and then Logan Paul hits the one lucky shot. I get it. Okay, first of all, The Miz is hosting WrestleMania. Why? Why is Miz hosting WrestleMania? This is ridiculous. This was a good segment. But why is Miz hosting WrestleMania? Omos versus Dolph Ziggler. 2 minutes. Dolph Ziggler lost. Mustafa Ali came out. Mustafa Ali got yelled at by Dolph Ziggler. Omos slams him down, and Omos hits a double choke slam for the win. 2 minutes. No rating. Just no rating. Ziggler and Mustafa Ali are legitimately. Why are they feuding? Why are they messing with each other? Marseille and Mansoir and Maxine Dupree, all of these people are still employed. Maxine Dupree looks like she can actually wrestle, but I don't know about that one. Baron Corbin comes up. They think they're talking about Baron Corbin. First of all, the Maximum Male models will never talk about Baron Corbin a day in their life. What is Baron Corbin on? They tell him they're talking about Otis. Otis asks what Otis has that he doesn't. They say things like charisma as well as hair. Corbin says he looks like Bruce Willis. Marseille shouts that Corbin is a troglodyte. Mansoir, get off my television. What the hell is a troglodyte? What the hell is a troglodyte? I don't even know what that means. Get off TV. Judgment Day make their way down. Jimmy Uso is taping up backstage. Solo and Paul are with him. Heyman says Jimmy Uso is going to be the one that solves the Sami Zayn problem. Jimmy will make sure the Tribal League never hears the name Sami again. If Jimmy doesn't beat if Jimmy doesn't bring Jay back to the bloodline, Tribal Chief won't blame Heyman or Solo Sikoa. The Tribal Chief will blame Jimmy Uso. Sami Zayn versus Jimmy Uso in the main event. This was a good match. Finn Balor versus Johnny Gargano. This match was awesome. And Johnny Gargano beat Finn Balor clean. Thanks to Edge. Well, pretty much thanks to Edge, of course, because, Edge beats Damian Priest and, No, Edge came through the crowd. He distracted Balor. He cost Balor a match against Johnny Gargano. So they are still feuding. This match was great. I'm going to go over this match. Balor applies side headlock. Gargano whips him off. They have chain wrestling. Balor applies an armbar. Gargano fights up and hits an arm drag into an armbar. Balor fights up and breaks his eyes. Balor clubs in the back and applies another armbar. Gargano fights out. Balor quickly hits the ropes and clotheslines Gargano. Finn Balor puts Gargano in the corner and shoulders him. Balor whips him into the corner, but Gargano boots him, and Gargano hits him with a tope suicida. And also a Hurricane Rana. And we go to commercial break. Dexter Lumis was at ringside, by the way. So there you go. Gargano attacks Balor at ringside before getting into the ring for a kick. Gargano picks up a 2 count. Balor rolls through a sunset flip and drops Gargano for a 2 count. Balor knocks Gargano into the ropes and distracts the referee. Rhea Ripley punches him. Balor picks up a 2 count. Balor applies a chin lock. Balor then stomps Gargano. We come back from commercial break. Balor stomping on Gargano. Balor goes for a stomp, but Gargano boots him in the face. Balor reverses a whip, but Gargano ducks a clothesline, hits a crossbody. He then hits a discus clothesline, then an enziguri on the outside to the outside, sending Finn Balor on the outside. Gargano lands on the apron. Balor avoids a plancha. Gargano hits Balor with a slingshot spear for a 2 count. Gargano hits Balor with double knees in the corner, goes for a super kick. Balor hits a sling blade. Balor sets up for a shotgun drop kick, but Gargano super kicks him twice for a near fall. Gargano hits the ropes and goes for a takeover, but a head scissor, but Balor counters into an elbow drop, which is cool, for a 2 count. Balor mounts Gargano and punches away at him. Balor talks trash. Gargano rolls him up for a 2 count. Gargano boots Finn Balor in the base. The base of his face. Yes, his face. Rhea Ripley distracts the referee. Gargano hits Dominic Mysterio with a cannonball off the apron. Gargano gets in the ring, but Balor takes him down and hits a double stomp to the midsection. Balor hits a shotgun drop kick. He goes for the coup de grace. As I mentioned earlier, Edge came out and distracted Finn Balor. Gargano hits Balor with the one final beat for the win. This was a very good match. I gave this match a 7.5, and Logic, I'll give it a 7. This was a good match. Nikki Cross versus Piper Niven next. Nikki Cross lost to Piper Niven in 90 seconds. No rating. Oh, Byron Saxton caught up with Edge before this segment. Edge says 2 weeks ago, Finn Balor cost him a match he shouldn't have lost. No disrespect to Johnny Gargano, but Balor shouldn't have lost tonight, so why did you cost Finn Balor a match? Edge says he's tired of the attacks. Edge will be in the ring next week. Edge tells Balor to meet him there. So that's next week. We'll talk about it. By the way, they just announced May 27th, WWE King and Queen of the Ring from Jeddah, Saudi Arabia, May 27th. Nikki Cross lost to Piper Niven in 90 seconds. No rating. Piper Niven beat her with the splash. And no, she beat her with a sidewalk slam. Pretty much, a side slam. Piper Niven hit Nikki Cross with a side slam. Pretty much the boss man slam. That's all you need to know. This match went 90 seconds. No rating. Rick Boogs trying to lift up a truck for some reason. Why? Elias walks up and Boogs freaks out. He doesn't have his notes. Elias says Boogs needs to do things on his own. Elias tells Rick Boogs to go over to Bronson Reed and says, I want to fight you. Rick Boogs does. Reed comes over to Elias. He'll fight Elias next week. Oh man, Elias having to go ask Rick Boogs for him to fight Bronson Reed. Oh man, Elias, you're about to get squashed in 3 minutes by Bronson Reed next week. And I'm going to enjoy every minute of it. Get Elias off my television. John Cena is back. We go to his segment. This was a very good segment. I'm going to go through the rest of the segment. John Cena comes out. Before he can say anything, Austin Theory comes out. Theory says he has all the respect in the world for Cena. I'm sure he does. Theory only became a WWE superstar because of John Cena. I don't know about that one. Cena inspired him with his hustle, loyalty, and respect. I don't know about that one. This is Theory kissing John Cena's ass at this rate. Cena thinks about it and simply says no, because Theory challenged Cena for the US title at WrestleMania. He says no. Cena's not interested in Theory's gift because he hasn't earned the right to give it. He's been watching and listening to Austin Theory. Cena doesn't care. Just like every single person, we don't care about Theory. Why? They don't care about Theory because they don't believe him. They don't believe Theory because Theory doesn't believe Theory. Theory is a generic kid out here in fancy sneakers wearing sunglasses indoors, but he has no heart. Cena points out a sign that says Austin Theory is a John Cena wannabe. Cena is the ghost of Christmas future for Theory. Theory is in his ruthless aggression phrase. Ruthless aggression almost got him fired. It was a great opportunity, but Cena didn't believe in himself. Theory's received numerous opportunities, but it's not enough. Theory has no heart and no soul. The people are here tonight out of respect for the past 20 years. They believe in Cena. And Cena says, Theory is a pair of trunks away from being a jabroni. I laughed so hard at that line. What a great line. Cena says he's going to say something good now. There's no name better than Austin Theory because exactly what he is. A theory. In theory, he should be great. In theory, he's everything a WWE executive looks for. In theory, everyone here should be here to see him, but no one cares. Theory is wasting their time, so on behalf of Boston, we'd like to give Theory a gift. Dina tells Theory to shut the hell up, turn around, get out of the ring, and they'll let him walk out of here. Theory says he's not going anywhere, just like the bald spot on Cena's head. Cena takes off his hat and shows it off. He's proud of the senior circuit. Theory says Cena has a reverse on everything. Theory sees all these shirts for Cena to say never give up. Is John Cena saying no? Is John Cena saying he's giving up? The hat says respect. Where's the respect for the people? Cena has a golden ticket against Austin Theory at WrestleMania and he's going to give up. Where's the hustle? Where's the loyalty? Where's the respect? Don't they want to see John Cena at WrestleMania? Theory tells him to shut up because Cena said no. Theory realized that Cena was a childhood hero, but you don't want to meet your hero because they disappoint you when they do. Cena puts his head down. Cena said he'd rather be bald than have him pipe in fake crowd noise because no one cares. Theory is a dumb son of a bitch. Cena didn't say no because he's given up. He said no to save Theory because he's not ready. If they have a match at WrestleMania and Theory loses, he loses everything. He's done. If he wins at WrestleMania, he still loses everything. Theory can win today, but he'll have to go out the Monday after all alone and explain. The audience will eat him alive. They'll see what he sees. He's full of crap. Cena says Theory really left him no choice because he brought the crowd into it. Now Cena has to ask them to see what they're going to do. Cena turns to Boston and thanks his family for being there tonight. It means a lot to him. Cena asks for help on this decision. Do they want to see Theory versus Cena? Crowd chants yes. Cena asks again. They respond. Cena says he may not care about Theory, but he'll never give up on the fans. And he wishes Austin Theory luck because he doesn't have the brain, the heart, or the balls. This was the best segment on Monday Night Raw, pretty much, I think, in the past 2 weeks. And that's saying much because Cody Rhodes had a great segment 2 weeks ago. Cody and Cena, they embrace. So, there you go. Kathy Kelly finds Sami Zayn backstage. Zayn says Owens is right about what happened at War Games, but everything's just changed now. If Jimmy Uso can't take him out, then it's the end of him. Zayn has to see the end of Roman Reigns. Tonight will not be Jimmy Uso's night. Chad Gable and Otis make their way down to the ring. Chad Gable beat Baron Corbin in 2 minutes. Once again, no rating because Baron Corbin, lost to Chad Gable. This match should have went longer, in my honest opinion. I don't know why this match went 2 minutes, though. Chad Gable and Baron Corbin are way too good to go 2 minutes. I've been ragging on Chad Gable a lot. I'm going to relax on the shoosh thing. I'm going to relax on that. Chad Gable in the ring, he's actually very good in the ring. His character, I don't know, because his character can be on and off. It's weird. I do know that this match should went a little bit longer. I wouldn't have minded if this match went 6 minutes, 5 or 6 minutes. I wouldn't mind. But I unfortunately, I got to give this no rating because this match went 2 minutes. I'm sorry. I like Chad Gable, but yeah. Another WrestleMania commercial, The Miz and Maurice and Top Gun Maverick. It was horrible. That's all I got to say. Becky Lynch and Lita comes out. By the way, Seth Rollins versus Logan Paul made official at WrestleMania. Okay, cool. Dakota Kai and Io Sky, they come out. Yes, Damage Control comes out. Trish Stratus is in the ring. So, we're pretty much going to have a 6-woman tag at WrestleMania. Stratus says she loved to shut Bayley up. She challenged Damage Control to a match at WrestleMania. Bayley accepts, which seems to upset Io Sky and Dakota Kai. I don't think Io and Dakota Kai wanted to fight Lita and Trish Stratus at WrestleMania. And I don't blame them for anything. I think they're going to turn on Bayley. Because Bayley deserves to be babyface. Because, she's done everything. She's great as a heel, but right now, Bayley is better off as a babyface now. Considering the Raw women's division and considering what the hell's going on, I would have Damage Control. I would have Dakota and Io turn on Bayley, and then have a triple threat match at WrestleMania between these 3 women. Give them that spotlight. Good. That's what I would do, but unfortunately it's not happening because we got to have this 6-woman tag at WrestleMania. I'm not even going to go through the rest of this segment. Because this was not the main segment. This is not the segment I'm going to talk about. Edge calls out Finn Balor. Bianca versus Chelsea Green. That's next week. Elias versus Bronson Reed next week. Bronson Reed, I hope you beat the hell out of Elias. Please do. Jimmy Uso versus Sami Zayn. This was a great match. Jimmy quickly punches Zayn and sends him into the barricade. Zayn takes it to Jimmy on the outside before getting into the ring. Zayn comes off the top rope. Jimmy uppercuts him in midair. Jimmy stomps away at Zayn and knocks him on the apron. Jimmy hits a suplex on the apron and Sami falls down. Jimmy takes it to Zayn. Jimmy talking trash to Sami Zayn. Jimmy reverses. An Irish whip into the corner, but Zayn boots him. Zayn kicks him in the face a few times and hits a tornado DDT. He comes off the top rope with a crossbody for another 2 count. Zayn continues to fight him, but Jimmy sends him out of the ring. Solo Sikoa Nurk's rear by. Solo Sikoa is at ringside. Referee is not having it. Whoever that referee was who ejected Solo Sikoa, you are getting a thumbs up from me. Good. You actually asserted your dominance in this match. Thank you. Good. Sami Zayn hits Jimmy Uso with a blue thunder bomb. 2 count. Zayn goes for a superplex. Not a superplex. A normal suplex. He did go for a superplex later on. Jimmy chops him and uppercuts him. Jimmy pushes Zayn into the ropes. He has a pop-up Samoan drop. Zayn gets to his feet and they trade punches. Zayn blocks a kick. Jimmy hits an enziguri. Jimmy grabs Zayn by the hair and pulls him up to his feet. Jimmy puts him on the top rope. Zayn fights off a superplex attempt. Zayn hits a sunset flip powerbomb, which was awesome for a 2 count. Zayn goes to the top rope, but Jimmy kicks him in the face. Zayn pushes him away and jumps. Jimmy super kicks him out of midair. Jey Uso makes his way through the crowd. Jimmy looks at his brother. Jimmy ducks a haluva kick, and Zayn then rolls up Jimmy Uso for the win. So, already, Jimmy Uso losing because of his own brother. Why? And then, Jey Uso super kicks Sami Zayn, and Jey Uso beats the fucking shit out of Sami Zayn. Cody Rhodes comes out and he holds off the bloodline. Okay. I predicted this back at the Elimination Chamber that Jey Uso turning heel on Sami Zayn would be the dumbest thing on God's green earth. Instead, Jey Uso made this entire storyline worse. This entire thing with Sami Zayn was wasted. The Royal Rumble segment, worthless. The Elimination Chamber segment, worthless. It is worthless now because Jey Uso attacked Sami Zayn, and apparently Jey Uso is back with the bloodline. Ladies and gentlemen, I have no words for how I was so angry when this happened. Cabo can advocate for me that I was so angry about this heel turn. I was pissed because I didn't want Sami Uso to be attacked by Jey Uso. It's one thing for Jey Uso and Sami Zayn to be cool, but then all of a sudden he turns heel. He turns back heel again, and all of a sudden Jey Uso is back with the bloodline. We don't know if he's back with the bloodline yet. I just hope that Jey Uso. I just want to know that Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso are planning something that will help Sami Zayn and that will help them. Okay. I hope that Jimmy and Jey Uso have something planned. That way Sami Zayn and the Usos can get their revenge on Roman Reigns and finally get rid of Roman Reigns. I don't know how this is going to happen, but I hope this is the case, because I did not like this heel turn at all. This was so stupid. Just so stupid. How can anybody sit up here and say that Jey Uso super kicking Sami Zayn on a random ass edition of Monday Night Raw? How can anybody say this was a good thing? This entire story for 9 months have just been ruined by the exact one moment. I'm disappointed, I'm upset, but most of all, I'm horrified because this story is officially now ruined. This was a good match. This was a good main event, though. I gave the main event Jimmy Uso versus Sami Zayn. I gave it a 7, and Logic, I'll give it a 7. Well, that's Monday Night Raw, everybody. Now then, AEW Dynamite. AEW Dynamite, March 8th, 2023, from the Golden One Center in Sacramento, California. Our first match was for the AEW All-Atlantic, now the International Championship, Fleshly Squeezed Orange Cassidy versus Jay Lethal. Hit my music. What the hell did Jay Lethal do to get an AEW All-Atlantic Championship match? Here are your multiple choice answers at this time. 1. Because of Revolution, Tony Khan made this match for no reason. 2. Orange Cassidy got attacked on Rampage by Jeff Jarrett. 3. Jay Lethal attacked Orange Cassidy on Dark Elevation. You all have 10 seconds to figure this out. Fuck Jake Hager. Alright, everybody. Orange Cassidy versus Jay Lethal for no reason. Why? Here are your multiple choice answers once again. 1, because of Revolution, Tony Khan made this match for no reason. 2, Jay Lethal attacked Orange Cassidy on Rampage. 3, Jay Lethal attacked Orange Cassidy on Dark Elevation. If you guys guessed the first answer, because of Revolution, Tony Khan made this match for no reason, you are correct. And that concludes another edition of What the Fuck Did He Do to Get a Title Shot? Back to your regularly scheduled programming. Do I really gotta talk about this match? Do I really gotta talk about this match? Orange Cassidy versus Jay Lethal. This was actually a good match until the finish. By the way, Bryce Remsburg, your referee for this match. Bryce Remsburg, get off my television. That's all I'm gonna say. Oh, also speaking of get off my television, Danhausen was the first thing we saw. Get off my television. Chuck Taylor, get off TV. Trent Beretta, you can stay. But still, get off my TV. Sanjay Dutt, Jeff Jarrett, Satnam Singh were ejected before this match begun. The AEW referees all came out in the collective and they all agree that Jeff Jarrett should get the fuck off my television. Thank God they were ejected. Holy shit. Cassidy and Jay Lethal actually had a very solid match. Cassidy anticipated it. Lethal was looking for the lethal injection, but Cassidy hit a swinging DDT, but Lethal counters. Orange Cassidy rams Lethal into the ring post. Lethal fought back by whipping Orange Cassidy into the steel ring steps. Cassidy reversed a hammer throw into the ropes, but Lethal chop blocked Orange Cassidy's knee. Lethal picked up Orange and plowed him into the steel ring post with a knee breaker, which was cool. Cassidy rallied back with 2 DDTs. Orange tried to push off his legs for the Orange punch, but his leg gave out. Lethal tried to capitalize figure 4. Orange made a gator roll to the bottom rope to force the ref to break the hold. Lethal taunted Orange on the apron, encouraging him to hit him. Orange clobbered Lethal with a lariat. Orange cradled Lethal, but Lethal was quick and fired off Lethal combination. Jay Lethal climbs to the top rope going for the elbow. Orange blocks it. Lethal counters the Orange punch. Jay Lethal attempted the lethal injection, but his arm collapsed when he tried to plant the handstand. Orange rocked Jay Lethal with the Orange punch and pinned Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal's left shoulder collapsed. Perhaps he was on autopilot, but now Orange has won 15 of his last 16 matches. Okay, cool. Jay Lethal grabbed the stolen Golden Globe after the match, frustrated and angered, but Bryce Remsburg sent Lethal to the back. Jeff Jarrett jumped in the ring and hit his front Russian leg sweep move. I'm not calling it the move that he calls it. I'm not calling it that on this show. I refuse to call it. I'm not even saying the move's name, the finishing name. I'm not even saying it. And then Jeff Jarrett smashes his guitar across Orange Cassidy's knee. And it's announced for next week. Orange Cassidy versus Jeff Jarrett. And you will all know how I feel about Jeff Jarrett and Orange Cassidy. Wrestling, 6. Logic, 5. That's the best I can give for this match. Renee Paquette interviews Powerhouse Hobbs. Wardlow's gear and belt were stolen. He says it was a shame that Wardlow's car was broken into. So he talks about Wardlow having his TNT belt stolen. Ricky Starks comes out, he cuts a promo. He says, I've spent my time here in California. He beat Chris Jericho Revolution. He says, Ricky's what's next for you? And he says, I'm not sure. A logo appears. It was the Bullet Club symbol. Juice Robinson blindsided Ricky Starks from behind. Oh no. Cabo hates Juice Robinson, and Juice Robinson was on this show. Oh boy. Juice Robinson, the roller quarters man, was on AEW Dynamite. Juice Robinson, get off my television. Wardlow backstage with Tony Schiavone. He says, I've dealt with a great deal of loss. Fortunately, somebody of line let me borrow something close. So since I'm dressed for the occasion, how about we do a Falls Count Anywhere match? Anywhere goes. I am the TNT champion. No man on earth is going to take that away from me, even though he had his belt stolen. Talk about double irony. By the way, Renee Paquette had 4 segments on this show. 4 segments. Why? And I like Renee Paquette, but she had 4 segments. There's nobody else on this show? Renee with Ruby Soho. Ruby was accompanied by Saraya and Toni Storm. Ruby says, I think it's obvious. I don't think it should be a surprise to anyone. You all created this monster. My first title match was at Grand Slam against Britt Baker. And when she beat me, these people were thrilled. So let's fast forward to the semifinals of the Owen Hart Cup last year. She faced Chris Statlander in the finals. She was booed out of the ring. Then I was booed against Jamie Hayter. No one in AEW was ever going to appreciate me, but I'm not the only one. Toni Storm came here and she wasn't appreciated. And everyone begged Saraya to come out of retirement, and she goes, and all of you fat, mouth-breathing trolls came at her at a moment's notice. We've been outcast since the day we came into AEW. What? We can't build on a broken foundation. We can only start anew. The broken foundation are the entitled rookies in the back. Speaking of entitled rookies, let's bring out Sky Blue. Sky Blue versus Ruby Soho. This match went 5 minutes. I'll give this match a 5 and Logic probably a 2. That's the best I can give. Ruby playing in Sky Blue with a back heel trip. She said Sky Blue soaring and then crashing hard to the mat with side suplexes. Ruby charged in the corner. Sky dodged her. Sky with a cross body. She hit a super kick. Ruby pulled Sky by the hair, which was ridiculous. Then she hit it with the Destination Unknown, which is pretty much a rip-off Sister Abigail, essentially. It's a twisting flatliner. And 1, 2, 3. Toni and Saraya came down to the ring after a match. They spray painted Sky Blue. Willow Nightingale came out and tried to talk some sense into Ruby. Toni Storm and Saraya attacked Willow from behind. They spray painted Sky and Willow Nightingale. I believe, yeah, this spray paint. Yeah, okay, first of all, I gotta talk about this. Okay, hold on. Willow Nightingale got spray painted by Saraya and Toni Storm. This spray paint angle sucks! This spray painting shit has got to go. It is terrible. Renee Paquette for the second time on the show. She interviews Hangman Adam Page again. Sunday, I let my heart blacken, but let that serve as a warning. I've given you a lot of flack for these interviews, but I owe you an apology, Renee. As for Moxley, I'm done with Jon Moxley. Good. Thank you. FTR comes out to the ring to be interviewed by Tony Schiavone. Cash says, I missed the entire crowd. I want to talk about how bad the last few months have been. We've lost to the Acclaim. We lost to the Guns. We lost 3 sets of tag team titles in roughly a month. We lost one of our best friends in the world, but we knew that we needed to step away. We needed to recharge. But I can't sit at home and watch Austin and Colton Gunn call themselves the best tag team. You're the future, but you're also spoiled, entitled assholes. I love y'all. December, we closed the book on the greatest trilogy of matches we've ever had in our career. We knew that we did something special in this business, but that feeling was taken away by the Guns. Now it's time for retribution. We got to hit you where it hurts. Now we got to beat you and finally become AEW Tag Team Champions. We've got to do it for us, the Briscoes, and all of y'all. Okay, first of all, number 1. This was a great promo by FTR. Number 1. Number 2, me and Cabo had a very interesting discussion about the Guns. He says the Guns are heels, and it's their job to say they're the best tag team in the world. First of all, Cabo, let me talk about this. First of all, I know they're heels. Don't remind me that they are heels. I know they're heels. I know it's their job. I know they're supposed to say they're the best tag team in the world. But once again, it does not make them the best tag team in the world. They have go-away heat, and that is not good heat for a pair of tag team champions. You do not see the Usos having go-away heat on Monday Night Raw, Cabo.
Ben, look, bro, when I said that it's the Guns' job to say that they're the best tag team in the world and that they're heels, I wasn't defending them. I never said that they were, in fact, the best tag team. I hate them just as much as you do, but nowhere did I say that they're still the best tag team. I wasn't defending them. I was just defending the fact that they said that, and that they only say that because they're heels and that's their job. Nowhere did I say that they are the best tag team. Just wanted to say that.
Which means the Guns should get off my television. And they are not the best tag team in the world. And if they were, let's be realistic here. If they really were the best tag team in the world, would all of you still watch them? My answer to that question, hell no, you wouldn't. Renee Paquette for the third time in a row. Jade Cargill. She says, we're going to Canada next week. Why don't you bring out the best opponent that Canada has? And I'm so big on charity, so why don't you, one of you whack Canadians, step up? Jade Cargill. Oh, Jade Cargill, you are absolutely amazing. My God, you never cease to amaze me, do you? You never cease to amaze me, do you? I know you've been training. I know you work out. I get it, but man, can somebody just take the TBS title away from her? Her streak is like oh man. Oh boy. AR Fox and Top Flight versus Chris Jericho, Daniel Garcia, and Sammy Guevara, accompanied to the ring by hot-handed garbage Angelo Parker. Matt Menard, get off my TV! Matt Menard, you stink! Jake Hager, you suck! This was a very good match. Well, actually, yeah, this was a good match. AR Fox hit Garcia with a cutter. Fox dropkicked Jericho, then came back on the back of Sammy's head with a 2-for-1 offense. Fox smashed Daniel Garcia with another cutter for a near fall. Jericho tags in. Darius was there, hit a one-hand Spanish fly, which was awesome. Darius connected with a backflipping kick on Jericho. Jericho was looking for the walls. Darius turned it around for a 2 count. Darius ran into the ropes, but Hager cracked Darius with the baseball bat, and then Jericho finished Darius Martin with a Judas effect for the win. Okay. This is the part where I'm going to say that all of these people should get the fuck off my TV. Angelo Parker said, and I quote, "What you witnessed is the greatest trios victory in AEW history. I know y'all are heels. I know you guys are supposed to say it, but Jesus God Almighty, logistically, no, it was not the greatest trios victory ever." Oh, you guys never cease to amaze me, do you? You guys never cease to amaze me. And Daniel Garcia then says, and I quote, "After that victory, it is only appropriate that the Jericho Appreciation Society are the #1 contenders for the AEW Trios titles. First of all, #1, I don't remember teams beating Top Flight. I don't remember people beating Top Flight that immediately earns you an AEW Trios Championship match. Last time I checked, you guys are literally 2-0 in the Trios division. I do not remember why are teams beating Top Flight in order to get a championship match. And now it's announced next week, Jericho Appreciation Society versus House of Black, who won at Revolution, and the Elite. Versus, this is all for the Trios titles. So Daniel Garcia just called themselves the #1 contenders for the Trios titles after beating Top Flight. Tony Khan, what sense does that make? Dude, some of this booking is absolutely ridiculous. Jericho agrees with Daniel Garcia. He says, we're deeming ourselves #1 contenders for the AEW Trios Championship. Oh my God. Oh boy. The Elite came out. He says, "Oh hi Chris, we've stayed out of your business and you stayed out of our business, and I like to think that came from a place of respect. Don Callis says everyone knows the Elite established the Trios Championship. I agree with those that say you are one of the greatest professional wrestlers of all time. Unfortunately, Chris, you are the second best wrestler from Winnipeg, and Chris, I feel like I had a couple months to train. You'd be number 3. Jericho says, get the Elite down here. House of Black appeared on the ring. This says on the ring. In the ring. Malachi says, next week, if you want these lights turned back on, House of Black was standing in the aisle between the Elite and the Jericho Appreciation Society. House of Black against the Elite against the Jericho Appreciation Society next week, which we will talk about. Tony Khan announces that Orange Cassidy versus Jeff Jarrett. Why? Jeff Jarrett's getting another title shot. Why? Orange Cassidy is now the AEW International Championship. Tony Khan says that we're going to level up that championship. He says we're going to have a new design, a new look for it, a new presentation for it. I hope so. And yeah, the AEW International Championship is a thing now. So cool. Bryan Danielson, he says he was ashamed to tap out. He tapped out to MJF at Revolution, which was a very good match. He says maybe it was time for Danielson to go home. So yeah, Danielson will be back. Alex Reynolds and John Silver versus Claudio Castagnoli and Jon Moxley. You all know where this is going. Yes, you all know where this is going. Claudio and Jon Moxley win. I'm not even going to talk about this match because number one, Dark Order was going to lose anyway. Alex Reynolds tapped out in the Bulldog choke. So there you go. After the match, Silver tried to help his partner, but Claudio intercepted him and tossed Silver over the top rope. Evil Uno ran to the ring. Walito chop block Evil Uno. Hangman Adam Page sprinted to the ring. He decked Claudio. Claudio charged at him. The Blackpool Combat Club started to triple team Hangman Adam Page. Dark Order jumped into the ring. The referee separated Blackpool Combat Club and Dark Order and Hangman Adam Page. Oh my goodness. That was interesting. I don't know why Hangman is fighting all of the Blackpool Combat Club. I thought he was done with Jon Moxley. So now he's going to fight Claudio. Renee Paquette for the last time. She's with the Acclaimed. I normally would rag on the Acclaimed, but they're not tag team champions, so I really can't. They were interrupted by Matt Menard and Angelo Parker. Matt Menard and Angelo Parker had 3 segments on this show. Get off my TV! Chris Jericho and the Jericho Appreciation Society really love the Acclaim. Angelo Parker says, we know you're sports entertainers. Bowen says, no chance. Max Caster says, we're on TV more than the Jericho Appreciation Society and Matt Menard and Angelo Parker, which is actually true. And they laughed at him. Good. Falls Count Anywhere match, main event. This was good until the finish. Wardlow versus Powerhouse Hobbs. This was great until the finish. A camera crew was in the parking ramp. Wardlow and Powerhouse Hobbs were brawling. Hobbs heaved a keg of beer at Wardlow, but Wardlow ducked. Hobbs suplexed Wardlow onto a hood of a car. Wardlow backdropped Hobbs onto a windshield. They raced to the backstage area. They brawled into the arena. Excalibur says this is pinfall, knockout, or surrender. So, some anywhere it goes match. Hobbs spiked Wardlow with a spine buster. Wardlow got back up. They sucked it out. Wardlow tossed Hobbs onto his feet with a lariat. Wardlow connected with the F10 for a near fall on Hobbs. Hobbs drilled Wardlow with the 3rd spine buster. Hobbs set up a table on the outside. Wardlow spotted a drink in Hobbs' face. Wardlow jumped off the top rope with a senton down onto Hobbs, smashing Will Hobbs through the table, which was awesome. They battled in front of the broadcast booth. And then, oh my god, QT Marshall came out. He helps out Powerhouse Hobbs. Powerhouse Hobbs can't even get a clean fucking victory on his own. Why? This shit sucked. QT Marshall! Get off my fucking TV! Oh my goodness! I hope this is a one-off thing. QT Marshall in the main event segment of AEW Dynamite in 2023. Tony Khan, I'm about to talk to you for a second, bro. I want to talk to Tony Khan for a second. Why was QT Marshall out here? QT Marshall should have never been on this show. Powerhouse Hobbs should have won this match clean. He did not need QT Marshall's help. Apparently, in the past, last year, QT Marshall says to Powerhouse Hobbs, he was trying to recruit Hobbs and Ricky Starks. He says his word is his bond. I mean, QT Marshall already broke up the factory, which was going nowhere. So apparently, QT Marshall was doing this for Powerhouse Hobbs. His word is his bond, apparently. I don't like that at all. Because now, Powerhouse Hobbs can't even win a match clean. Plus, he has to be associated with QT Marshall. This was a very good main event until the goddamn fucking finish. What the fuck was this, Tony Khan? I don't care if you changed the AEW All-Atlantic Championship to the International Championship. I don't even care. Why was QT Marshall helping out Powerhouse Hobbs when Powerhouse Hobbs should have won this match clean as a whistle and should have beaten Wardlow legitimately, even though it was the wrong decision in the first place? I don't care. I know Wardlow is a transitional champion. I get that, and that's fine. I'm glad for Powerhouse Hobbs. I'm happy for Powerhouse Hobbs. I've always have been a Powerhouse Hobbs fan. Always been one of those dudes that said, hey, Will Hobbs is going to be a future champion. Look where he is. TNT champion. Great. Unfortunately, he did not win this match clean. Tony Khan, I hope you give Will Hobbs a long title reign. I'm sick of this hot potatoing shit with the TNT championship. You either keep the belt on Will Hobbs until Full Gear or nothing. Or just don't. Just do that, okay? Please, Tony Khan. Thank you. But this was a very good main event. I gave this match a 7.5, and Logic, I'll give it a 7. A very good main event. Did I rate Dark Order Blackpool Combat Club yet? I don't believe I did. I gave that match a 6 and Logic a 1. And finally, AR Fox and Top Flight versus the Jericho Appreciation Society. I gave this match a 5 and Logic, I'll give it a 2. Yeah, and that's AEW Dynamite, everybody. We'll see y'all in Winnipeg for next week, which we will talk about. Rampage, I'm not going over Rampage until Rampage is not on Fridays anymore. And that's pretty much the end of our roundup here. Thank you all so much for taking the time out of your day to listen to my review of Monday Night Raw for March 6th and AEW Dynamite for March 8th, 2023. We'll see you all for Revolution. The Revolution review, not for Revolution. We've already seen Revolution. We'll see you all for AEW Revolution next week. And then we're going to pretty much have all the roundup stuff covered. We're going to be on the road to WrestleMania. Next week for Monday Night Raw. Looks like another interesting show. And you will see how the road to WrestleMania is lining up. We're literally 3 weeks away from WrestleMania, which is hard to believe. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm Ben Charles. On behalf of Cabo and Josh Jenkins, I'll see y'all next week. And we'll see you all in the AEW Revolution review. Till then, good night, everybody.